Are you sick of having a serious weakness in your biceps or your triceps? Maybe you've got a sticking point in the bench press. Maybe even while you're curling, you struggle to get through that mid-range. If that's you, then this video is perfect for your training. What's up everybody, I'm Dane from Garage Strength and I'm gonna cover the topic of pre-exhaustion. And so this topic is something that we dive deep into within Bize and Trize 1 and Bize and Trize 2, which are both available at garagestrength.com if you wanna pick those up. But the topic behind pre-exhaustion is all related to stimulating and growing your weakest link within specific movements. And so if we can think about the bench press being a movement where we get to right about past 90 degrees, okay? And we get to the sticking point and we can't lock it out. Or if we're in the dips and we get just about where our triceps are gonna start to engage and we struggle to lock out because the long head of our tricep is stupid weak, we know how we can develop this and we know how we can target it, and it is entirely through pre-exhaustion. And so what we're going to do is we wanna isolate that specific muscle. So we wanna focus on one isolating exercise and we're gonna pair that with a compound movement. Okay, so if we have a tricep push down and we can stimulate and create greater proprioception and create a greater mind muscle connection with that tricep, we're gonna do that with the push downs, okay? And then we're gonna get on the bench and we're gonna target that same exact tricep head, that long head, with a close grip, slow eccentric, okay? And so we're gonna have a better feeling from it, we're gonna have that pump, and we're gonna have better awareness of where that is. And as we're doing that, we're gonna stimulate serious growth because of that pre-exhaustion, okay? So some of the best ways that we can target the triceps is from doing a tricep push down, or a seated tricep push down, or a miracle grow, and then heading over and doing a close grip slow eccentric, or even a slow eccentric dip. Because now all of a sudden we're gonna take that compound movement, we're gonna be able to recruit more high threshold motor units when we're doing that compound movement, and on top of that, we're gonna create greater muscular coordination, and we're gonna have a little bit better release of hormones because we're incorporating that compound movement and we're getting more work done in a shorter period of time. So if biceps are your problem, and you've noticed you have a serious sticking point just getting past that mid-range, something that you can do is take simple standing bicep curls, nice and controlled, or even getting on the preacher curl, repping out some preacher curls, okay? So you can get to a nice stimulation, and I recommend doing sets of 12 to 15 reps. Then you're gonna rest about 45 seconds. You're gonna head over and you're gonna grab the chin up bar with a narrow grip. So when you grab with that narrow grip, now you're gonna be targeting more your biceps when you're doing this compound movement, and that's going to lead to a bit better recruitment of high threshold motor units. And we've got to remember that we always want to develop that maximal strength so that we can also develop maximal size. And so while you're doing those chin-ups, I recommend doing a very slow eccentric of the chin-up and then pulling back up. And when you get to the top, really squeeze in that bicep so that you can feel that connection and you can feel that fatigue and feel your body starting to recruit a little bit more. And again, the hormones are gonna start to move around and mobilize satellite cells so you can develop a bit more strength, while also when you go back to that next set, let's say you take about 2 minutes after those chin-ups, you go back to the preacher, you do 12 to 15 reps. Now we're gonna be using pre-exhaustion with sarcoplasmic hypertrophy rep ranges, and then we're gonna be using myofibrillar hypertrophy when we're doing that slow eccentric with the compound movement. So the other factor here is utilizing that slow eccentric on that close grip bench or the slow eccentric on the chin up. That eccentric portion of the movement is when you will be incorporating the most amount of damage on that muscle, which is going to lead to a bit more renovation and regeneration. If you like this information, head over to garagestrength.com, pick up Bize and Trize 1 and Bize and Trize 2 available today. I'd really appreciate it if you would like, subscribe, share our YouTube channel all over the internet. Peace.